Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be looking at Star Wars The Black Series, Padme Amidala from Star Wars The Phantom Menace. This is one of the newer Black Series figures that I recently got from Hasbro Pulse, and right away I have to say that it's great that Hasbro is finally starting to give us more prequel figures, and I mean prequel figures in terms of prequel movies. Because up until this point we only had Jar Jar in this type of galaxy packaging, and now we are getting Padme and Kid Anakin, so it's a great start. And before we take a look at the figure, here is a quick look at the box. So we have a window, Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Padme Amidala. Here is the side of the box with a beautiful artwork, and then here is the back with that same artwork, a short bio. We can see that she is number 3 in the Phantom Menace line. Down here we have some legalese, more legalese at the bottom of the box, nothing special on the side and on the top. And quickly I just wanted to show you how these three illustrations look together. Jar Jar is number 1, Kid Anakin is number 2, and Padme is number 3, so they do look really nice. But that's enough about the box. Let's open it up and let's take a look at the figure. So here is our Padme Amidala out of the box. And my first impressions, yes, this looks good. The silhouette is nice, the proportions are fine. I'm not a fan of these plastic coats and plastic skirts and all kinds of similar things. I much more prefer for these pieces to be soft goods, but I feel like in this case it's probably not that bad because you have this large opening here, so it probably gets out of the way and doesn't hinder the articulation of the legs. And again, for the most part, I feel like this looks really good. Here is the side of the figure and then the back. So yeah, it all looks really simple and nice. But now let's take a closer look at the details. First, a look at the head sculpt. Does it look like a young Natalie Portman? I think that for the most part it does. It could be better, but for a $25 to 30 euros figure, it is good enough. I remember when promo shots were released for this figure, a lot of us were worried about that likeness because the face didn't look that good on those first promo shots, but I'm glad to say that on this finished product it looks much better. Here is the back of the head with the way that her hair is tied up, and it's a nice looking sculpt. And while we are talking about the likeness and the head sculpt, here I have the Attack of the Clones version, and you can see, I mean, Hasbro could have reused this same head sculpt, but they didn't. They completely resculpted it, and you can see that this one definitely looks like a younger version, so that is great. And again, the face here looks really good. The way that they painted the eyes, the eyebrows, and the mouth, it's all really clean. For the rest of the figure, I think that there is a little bit of dry brushing here on the sleeves. These parts here, these wrinkles, the indentations, it looks like there is a little bit of dark wash, so that is good. Torso piece is nicely sculpted with these wrinkles where the two sides are connected, and then the way that the rest of this falls down and we have these wrinkles going to the side. It looks really good. It's above the belt, and the belt has a nicely sculpted silver buckle. I love this golden detail that goes down on the side of the figure. This whole strap is actually sculpted in a way that it has like texture, and it's decorated with lines and patterns, so this looks really good and brings this figure more to life. You can see that the belt goes underneath this tunic here, but then it pokes out on the other side here and goes around the tunic here, and then again goes underneath this side here. For the hands, we have a smaller sleeve sculpted underneath, and then the hands that are sculpted in a gripping gesture. And then here are the pants, nicely sculpted wrinkles on them, and then the boots. The boots have some dry brushing on them. This is all painted, and that is a nice touch. So I'm surprised how Hasbro can weather and apply some paint on some of these figures. You guys probably remember in the last year them saying that paint and weathering is expensive, and and that's the reason why these standard releases don't have any paint on them. Well, she does have. I mean, it's not a lot, but the weathering is there, so there you go. Let's now take a look at her accessories. And she comes with 3 accessories. First, there is this larger pistol blaster, and this is a phenomenal sculpt. This looks beautiful. It has painted details like the handle and then the scope up here. Here is the other side. And you can see how great this sculpt work is. Everything looks really sharp and detailed, and I feel like this is one of the better weapons that Hasbro has done recently in the line. And then she also comes with a smaller pistol blaster, and this one is much more simple. There is no paint on it. It's all molded in this light gray plastic, and it looks like a cheap toy when you compare it to this beast here. So it is what it is. It is made out of 2 parts because the tip of the blaster can be detached like this. Let's call it a feature. And when you plug it back in, you can also have the barrel extended like this, or you can push it in and now you have a pistol blaster with a shorter tip. So that is a nice feature. Now, because she comes with these 2 weapons, she has to be able to hold both of them. And as you can see, the handle on this one is large, while this handle is much smaller. So what they did, same as with their episode 2 Padme, they gave her an alternate right hand. So this is an alternate trigger finger hand. The one that is on the figure is also trigger finger hand, but as you can see, it's a different grip. So this hand is for holding the smaller blaster and this one is for holding the bigger blaster. So you have options, and that's great. Let's now take a look at her articulation. The head and the neck are on the ball joints, so that gives us some nice range of movement. She can look down this much, up just a little bit. We get some nice side to side tilt and 360 rotation. She doesn't have butterfly joints, which is kind of strange. Most of the new Black Series figures do have butterfly joints, but not Padme. Arms can rotate 360. They move out all the way. We have a swivel in the elbow, and elbow bends this much. There is a swivel in the wrist, and the right hand is on that up and down hinge, and same goes for the alternate hand, while the left hand has that in and out hinge. There is a cut down here behind the belt and behind this lower piece of the tunic, so that is where we get our side to side rotation, a little bit of tilt. She crunches forward this much, back this much. The tunic gets out of the way so her legs can go out all the way. She has no tie cut, but there is a little bit of swivel. Legs move out this much, back this much. We have a swivel in the knee, and the knee bends this much. Feet move forward just a little bit, it's limited, but back all the way. There is a nice ankle pivot and pec holes at the bottom of her feet. Let's now compare our new Padme with some other figures. Here she is with the Black Series Jar Jar and the Black Series Kid Anakin Skywalker. Here she is with the Black Series Qui-Gon and the SH Figure Arts Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm waiting for the SH Figure Arts re-release of Qui-Gon. Probably at this point, while you are watching this video, I'm recording that review for that SHF Qui-Gon re-release because I recently got a shipping notification from Ami. My SHF Qui-Gon and Darth Maul re-releases are on the way, so stay tuned for those because those will be on the channel as well. Here she is with AliExpress bootleg of the first Phantom Menace Black Series Darth Maul, which is one of the better Black Series bootlegs that you can find on AliExpress. And on the other side we have the SH Figure Arts Darth Maul, and this is obviously the first release. Here she is with Bandai Model Kit C-3PO and the new Black Series R2-D2. Here she is with 2 other versions of her future husband. On the left we have the Black Series Episode 2 Attack of the Clones Padawan Anakin Skywalker, and on the right we have the SH Figure Arts Revenge of the Sith version. And then finally here she is with the Black Series B1 Battle Droid and the new SH Figure Arts battle damage Darth Vader from Kenobi, and this figure is a masterpiece. And so that was my review of the new Black Series Padme Amidala from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Overall, what do I think about this release? I feel like it's a great release. She doesn't come with much, but I feel like there are not that many accessories that you could give to this version of the character. She does come with 2 weapons and an alternate hand, so I feel like that is good enough. She goes great with the rest of the figures that we have at this point from the movie, and I think that she'll be a great display piece for your Phantom Menace collection. So this release is a recommendation on my part. But now I would love to hear you guys. What do you think about this figure? Do you have it in your collection or not? Do you plan on getting it? Let me know down in the comments. Stay tuned for a posing video for this figure. That one will be on the channel soon. And as always, special thank you goes out to my supporters on Patreon and to all the rest of you guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos and helping the channel in that way. Thank you all for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.